This is your man, Bullhead.
And I'm Oshie Zarday, and I'm the guest host today. Woo!
Welcome to the Gossip Squad News. Today is Wednesday, May the 29th. And before I go into my first segment, I want to talk about a day in history today. So happy birthday to President John F. Kennedy. He was born in 1917 on this day.
Happy birthday.
Sojourner Truth delivers a powerful speech on African-American women rights today, back in 1851. And Laverne Cox becomes the first transgender person to appear on the cover of Time magazine.
Wow, you just had to put that out there.
Hey, this is an equal opportunity. This is Gossip Squad News. We're going to gossip and we're going to tell some news.
Well, happy birthday to her, too. Her, him, which one?
I don't know. No pun intended.
No pun.
So, our day, thank you for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
I tell people this all the time. I'm actually a American Muslim legend.
Oh, a legend. Like, that's big now.
Like a legend.
All right now.
So, my father moved down the street from Muhammad Ali's house when I was 13 years old. And he was about 11 blocks away on the same street. It's Woodlawn Avenue on the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
Louis Farrakhan lives on the other side of the street, another block away from there. So I used to go to a magnet school. It's Elano Goodloe School for all you Elano Goodloe alumni. Chicago, we don't have middle schools.
Oh, no?
No, so the school is from kindergarten all the way to the 8th grade.
And then it goes to, like, that's it? Or
then you
no
go to high school. Yeah.
Okay, so it's K through 8. Oh, it's all one school.
Yeah, it's all one school.
Okay, like the country.
So you can actually go to a school from kindergarten to the 8th grade.
They do that in
never
the
change
country.
schools.
They do that in the country.
Right. Yeah, well, Chicago. I really think they should have middle schools to separate those, those children who are now starting to explore certain things that they don't need to be around the young people around.
You know how much you learn in middle school? That's the start.
Right.
That's where you start to learn who you are.
That is correct. So we had to take a bus. And our bus driver was almost like a tour guide for us. Okay. He would take us and show us all the different important monuments where the prominent black people lived at. So one day we were riding on the bus and he stops and he said, hey kids, that's Muhammad Ali's house. All the kids in there like, man, that ain't no Muhammad Ali's house. Like, whatever. About 3 days later, we rolled by there again and he said, hey kids, who's that behind the fence? And it was Muhammad Ali.
So what you do? You better not have let me down. What did you do when you seen Muhammad Ali?
So, after I knew where his house was, like I said, it's on the same street. It's on Woodlawn. So I only had to do what a tourist would do.
Okay, come on now.
I used to ride past his house every day on my bike until one day it happened.
Okay, so we stalked.
So they had this huge gate. The gate was open and he was sitting on his porch. He was waiting for a portrait of him to be delivered to his house.
What does hair look like? You gotta give us details. You can't just have him on the porch.
I can't remember. I wasn't really paying attention to his hair.
Oh,
I mean, well, first of all,
the heavy hitter, he didn't pay attention that high.
Look, and I'm glad you said that because when I saw the gate was open, my heart started beating like crazy.
Hell yeah!
And when I saw him, I'm like, oh my God. What do you do? And I could only do what a tourist did. I started riding up on the driveway with my bike.
Okay.
And he tried to stop me. He was like, hey, this is private property. And I said, Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Oh, that was cool.
He said, well, alaikum salam. He said, what's your name? I said, my name is Abdinur.
Oh, wow.
And he said, oh, wow, I've never heard that name before.
That's nice.
He said, where do you live at? I said, down the street on Woodlawn, up in Woodlawn. His house was in Hyde Park, which is also around the corner from Barack Obama's house, like I said, Louis Farrakhan's the Nation of Islam mansion. Dick Gregory lived around the street from there also.
Oh, wow.
So we had a lot of celebrities in the Hyde Park, Woodlawn area.
Okay.
I actually lived next door to
money.
Yeah, I lived next door to Minnie Riperton's parents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Give me some money.
Well, I ain't made the money yet.
God.
That's what we here
on
for.
the Legend Street.
No. So, he asked me to sit down, and we talked for about 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. He actually had a conversation with you for 30 minutes.
Yeah. We talked about things. I actually asked him.
That's awesome.
I was kind of teasing him because he was also a comedian.
Oh.
You know that, right?
Muhammad Ali was a comedian?
Muhammad Ali was funny as I don't know what.
What did he say?
He used to be on the Red Fox show back in the day.
Oh,
telling
shit.
jokes.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm telling you, he was a comedian, and he always made fun of things. So I actually told him, I said, I know the reason why you became a boxer.
Uh-huh.
And he said, really? He said, so what did I do to become a boxer? I said, I read your book, because there was a book written about him, because we went to the library all the time. We was like library rats.
Right.
And I read his book, and he became a boxer because someone stole his bike.
I know that's right. You ain't gonna take my bike and get away with it. I'm gonna hit you with a 1 and a 2 and a run because he's a bumblebee.
And the funny thing is, I don't know if he ever got the bike back, but we joked about that, and I told him I was born in the mosque, and when I told him which mosque it was, he said that he knew about that mosque.
Have you ever been?
He was told not to go to that mosque.
Oh, wow. What's wrong with that mosque?
A little bit of something. There's some hostilities within the different Muslim communities, unfortunately.
Oh.
But anyway, the next thing I asked him about was his daughters. And he said, whoa, brother.
Slow your roll.
He said, slow your roll on that one, man.
Yes, sir.
Like, I don't know you like that yet, if I ever get to know you.
Okay.
I just asked him about his daughters. No, I just
Thank you,
I just told him
we
that
trying
he
to know
had some
details.
I just told him he has some beautiful daughters.
Yeah, you're going to tell Muhammad Ali he got some beautiful daughters. If he sting like a bee.
Look, let me tell you something. The gate was open. He was on the porch.
So because the gate was open, you thought it was okay to trespass. And I'm sure it said no trespassing. But it's okay because of the toys. We're going to take chances.
Yeah.
But that was a big chance about his daughters.
Well, I mean, the only thing he could have did was beat me up.
No.
Which I doubt if he would have did that.
I would have gave you a wedgie.
But the conversation ended when there was a older gentleman. He pulled up. He was in a baby Mercedes.
A baby Mercedes.
Well,
what year?
Shoot, I don't know. This is back in '83.
Okay.
But anyway, the convertible was lifted down, and there was this portrait of him, and he was standing over, and I'm terrible with names, but one of those boxers that he knocked out, and Sonny Liston more likely, yeah, and
okay, come on now, no.
it was just, but he was standing he was like this, and there was like all these like lightning bolts like coming from his body, like showing
That's
the
cool.
power. And the guy lifted it out the car, and he said, "All right, brother." He's like, I gotta go hang this picture up, but it was good meeting you. And the last thing he told me, he's like, "Hey, man, whatever you do, don't be weak on women, because they can bring you down." I'm telling you. And unfortunately, I got 4 ex-wives, so I didn't listen.
Hold on. Who said it was their fault? See, you got a woman in the game now, because we're not gonna sit here. You have 4 ex-wives, meaning it was 4 things that could have been wrong with you because you had to switch out women. So before you go there,
well, I just say I'm not a quitter.
You're not a quitter, but what did you? But were you the quitter? What did you? Matter of fact, let's go in on these 4 wives real quick since you done brought me in. So, what's your first wife? Why did y'all divorce?
She went back to her baby daddy.
Okay, second wife.
Violent, starting fights all the time.
Okay, she started beating you up.
She didn't put her hands on me. But she would call the police a lot on me.
Okay, so toxicity at its biggest finest. Okay, all right, and the third.
Violence. verbal.
What the hell
violence.
are you doing to cause the violence?
It wasn't me.
At this point, if we have the common denominator,
I have never put my hands on a woman.
You may not have put your hands on a woman, but it ain't hard for a woman to want to put her hands on a man. What did you do?
I was just being a tourist. Just being a bull.
You was flirting, weren't you?
Flirting?
What made what?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Oh, they like women.
Well,
I
found that out later with my second wife.
Oh.
She was undercover.
Oh.
And then she came out, which actually I wrote this book called The Baby Plan.
Okay.
And it's for women who want a baby but don't want a man.
Let me see this book. What are you talking about?
But let's get back into the wild. We'll talk about that on another one.
Meanwhile, the first thing is many women are not as dumb as you think. What is this?
They're not. Women are not dumb. As a matter of fact, they're very smart.
Yeah.
And they know what they want. And sometimes they just don't tell the man what they want. And sometimes they just want a baby.
Oh, you got the right one on here today.
I'm just saying, though.
I got y'all ladies. I got us. Because I got us.
And then number 4, man, she came home smelling like her girlfriend's punani on her breath.
On her breath?
I didn't sign up for that.
I ain't never.
And the girl she was
just walk away with funk.
Yeah, the one she was giving a sloppy toppy to was more masculine than me.
Oh, it was a dagger.
Something
it had
like
a
that.
dagger. Well.
Trust me, I've had some bad luck with women, but
I still feel like you're a reason and the factor. But we'll get back to it.
I'm married now.
Okay, to a Taurus.
Yes, to a Taurus. And I like my wife.
Y'all toxic too, though.
The other ones, I didn't like them, and they didn't like me.
How they didn't like you? They married you.
Because of
they
benefits.
liked a little bit. I mean, you can't like nobody without no benefits, because I ain't gonna mess with you either without no benefits. Somebody got to get a benefit somewhere.
Yeah, but when you want to use my benefits, but then benefiting in other places at the same time, I wasn't raised like that.
But that's marriage. Let's benefit.
I'm an American-born Muslim, but we don't play that shit.
So you're going to have to give me an example, or us an example, so we can understand, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that is trying to figure out what example you're trying to state when you say that.
As far as?
Like, you're like the type of man you are, because so I'm like how? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm a provider.
Like, when you say benefits, though, like, would you say, what was a situation
Let's
where
put it this
the
way.
benefit
I've had
happen?
17 dependents in my life.
God damn.
And I'm still alive and not broke.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Because I always did what I was supposed to do as far as my responsibility as a man.
Right.
But when you're not taking care of me the way I'm taking care of you, just like me being a lifeguard, I had to let them go. And we'll be right back.
Got a commercial?